no me pese nada. Baby, let me try about again. Tú estás con nos. I ain't taking your shit tomorrow. Ain't too many like me, 99% of them rip-offs. On point, even at a spot, I never take my kicks off. Man, it's hot as fuck. Don't mind the hair, it's leave-in conditioner, so I left it in. We got what might be my most anticipated album of 2021. I've been waiting for this to come out since March. Didn't this drop in March? Wasn't it Leave the Door Open? And my door has been open ever since. I've been waiting for them to step in, and it's been 7 months, my guy. It's been 8 fucking... I've insulted Bruno Mars an absurd amount of times because originally they said that this album would be delayed until 2022. However, I'm glad they got my death threats. They decided to smarten up and drop it within a reasonable time frame. Reasonable, in my opinion, would have been sometime, you know, back in the summer, you know, so I could have really utilized this album. But, you know, better late than never. Winter time's as good a time as any. You know, when I listened to Leave the Door Open, it was the equivalent of walking around in your house with nothing on but silk boxers. Like, it's so smooth. It was so comfortable. It gets hot. You know, it does get hot. I came out the womb specifically to listen to this album. It's only 30 fucking minutes, and we've already heard 2 of the songs on here. So, I mean, shit. First track is Silk Sonic Intro. I just want to let me shut up. You. Oh, no. All right. Come through! For the intro to start and then Leave the Door Open to come right after that. If you've never heard it, that's a beautiful first track to hear after an intro like that. Oh my God, that sequencing was fantastic. All right. Fly Is Me. It's track number 3. We've already heard Leave the Door Open. We've already heard Skate. I know Smokin Out The Window came out a couple days ago, but I haven't heard it yet, so we're going to hear that one too. Let's just jump in. Ready, bro. I haven't felt sexier in my life than in this very moment. All the encounters in my life, all the experiences, all the escapades, all the trips, any seduction, any foreplay I've done up until this moment will not compare to me after this day. I stepped in here who I've been, and I'ma walk out a totally different nigga. See, what is that, man? That bass is sexy as hell. That only Paak can get off some of these corny lines, and I think they're just fire just because of the background. It's like someone took him and they dipped him in a pot of gold, and he can do no wrong. Bro, no, stop, for real. Cause like the way their voices synchronized right there for a moment, it's like Jerry West and Will Chamberlain. All right, chill, man. All right, I got it. Whoever is on the bass guitar, Anderson Paak definitely took the reins on that one. He definitely had most of the show, but I'm assuming that Bruno is going to have another track where he's doing just the same. They're gonna probably be trading back and forth. I'm ready to get into the next track. Also, who was on the bass guitar? After last night with Thundercat and Bootsy Collins, of course Thundercat's on the album, because why wouldn't he be? I'm not about to do this shit, bro. You're not about to have me pull my pants down on camera. Who is that?
Now, I don't know what you did when you did what you did. But you...
Oh! No! God! You know what? It does remind me of a Bootsy Collins song. I hope that's not what it is, because I will fuck this room up. You're really doing this right now. That's crazy. Good God! Hold on, you tripping, all right? We doing a lot right now, okay? I'm not throwing the fucking phone out the window. Why do y'all gotta go crazy with it, okay? We was going good. We were on a good ride just now, and then it's like, oh, let me throw my phone. You're throwing access to all the other bitches. What is this? Already this song is like a kaleidoscopic climax. We're not even at the climax, I feel, and we hit the climax. Climax is a good word, man. Like, I don't know why. I don't know who came up with the word, but climax is just such a, like, whoever did that, man, good job. Cause like climb max. You know what I'm saying? Like the max, but you gotta climb to get to the max. You know what I mean? Words is crazy. But you got rid of your phone like an idiot. Yeah. Who on the guitar, bro? I see everything right now. Oh my God! Like, no one can tell me anything in this. I'm at my climax. I'm at my peak at this very moment. Relax. You know what would have made that track amazing? Andrew Watt on the guitar would have made that track amazing. The end guitar from Lay You Down. Or Lay You Down, I think that's what it's called. From her and Dram. Take Andrew Watt. Just, oh my God, I would love to hear what Andrew Watt would do with the guitar on this song. Just for the last minute, I would love to see what he does. Please remix it. It's already perfect, but like, I just want to see what he would do with it. I just want to watch on my cuck shit. Track number 5 is Smokin Out The Window. After Last Night is a crazy song. Like, that's phenomenal. Oh God. Oh my God. Yo, these niggas is in their bag. I know. You can't convince me otherwise, man. I know Bruno brought some coke. You know he did. I know he did it. Listen. You didn't make this sober. It's like, how do you capture lightning in a bottle? And they doing it. There's not one track that I've disliked. Now, for those who don't know, I don't really like Skate like that. I've said that before. It reminds me too much of Car Wash. It's not a bad song. I just don't like what it reminds me of. His voice is just so perfected. So is Anderson's. Oh my God. Listen, y'all not gonna like this, but look.
If you are not black, this is not for you.
And if you don't like, that's just the way it is. Get off my feed. What? I'm there, and I'm just there. I'm there. I'm at the peak. Oh man, I want to say something so bad, but I won't, because it'd be weird. This is just consistent strokes, but you're unable to bust. Like, you're right there. You're at the cusp, but you that's why sometimes you just keep your thoughts to yourself, and you don't just let anybody just know. It's incredible Bootsy Collins influence. I mean, the influence is like drenched in this shit. Like, where would we be in soul without him? I mean, obviously we still have soul music, but like, I mean, some of my greatest memories come from like Science Faction and Funkadelic, Munchies for Your Love. Obviously, I'd Rather Be With You. I guess this is why, you know, like, people end up having such like a natural love for whatever hip hop was in its infancy, because of how close it was to soul, how close it was to R&B. When you capture that and you basically bring it to the new generation and it's like remastered, I don't get how you don't love it. It's impossible to dislike. Unless you're speaking from a point of originality, then sure. But even then, you gotta be a real bitchless nigga to not like it. Track number 6 is Put a Smile On. Oh, Put On a Smile. Oh my God. And then we got the deep this is deep blues right here. I didn't need this. I'm not even joking. I didn't need this album. This is just a treat. This is just like Twinkies for 9 tracks. Oh no, this is crazy. You know what would have killed me about this album? What would have killed me is if they just made it a whole blues album. That would have killed me, bro. Oh my God. Oh my fucking goodness, bro. I would have offed myself on camera and then found a way to upload it. why the fuck I'm smiling. This is clearly a sad song. One about pain and regret, and I've lost you and I want you back. It was my ego talking. It wasn't really me, but it was me. But I can't differentiate from myself and my ego because we're so close together and it's toxic to you. Oh! I was just thinking to myself, it would have been a really good idea, and it probably would have went against the point of this being like Silk Sonic, like the two of them. But I really would have liked to see what The Weeknd would have sounded like on a track like this. The blues just really got to me just now, and he's always been existing in that lane of just consistent heartbreak. So colorful. It's very vibrant, even though it seems like a very gloomy aesthetic, like it's happening at night and he's talking to the moon. No pun intended, because that is an old Bruno Mars song. Oh yeah, man, this is great. I like this song because it sounds like it starts at night, and that there's just a lot of seclusion. He sounds like he's talking straight to the moon, and while he's thinking about her, the sun comes up and breaks through the night sky because she's the brightest part of his life, and he doesn't realize that until he's back in solitude. It's just such a great track, and there's so much that you can see by sound alone. I just love that. It's so lush, and there's so much that comes through vocally from both of them and from the instruments. I just think when the song can speak and illustrate that message, it's a beautiful thing. The next track is 777 at track number 7. So it's quadruple 7. What is this? Because I know I've heard this before. It's blowing me right now. So this track and this album so far aesthetically is just right up my alley for what I need for background music while I'm going about my day to day. Nobody can tell me I'm not the flyest nigga alive. So you can't say nothing to me at this point because I already got my background music. I'm already thinking about how I'm looking, and I'm looking as amazing as the music sounds, and that's a great thing. Don't talk to me. I don't need to look at the camera no more. No more eye contact, because you don't deserve that. Final track, unfortunately, for this album, although in its 30-minute duration, it's managed to give some of the best tracks I've heard this year. Blast Off. This is what we're going to see if this is the true climax or not. This is 4 minutes. You better. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he said it. I took a little something to get here, so I don't know if that means that I had to get this high. I don't know if that's what he meant. Help me. Like, imagine if Willy Wonka was black. That's what this album and that final track is. It's like, come on, kids. Well, not kids. Jesus Christ. Come on, young people. Well, not really too young. Come on, young adults that are between 25 and 30. Let's go on this wonderland. And, so starry and glossy and grand and huge and spectacular and gold, especially gold. And it's a little depressing at the same time when you think about it because it's such a stark contrast from, like, reality and where they are right now. I guess the things that I imagine when this song is playing, and then you open your eyes and you're like, damn, well, that's fucking, who would want to be here? Regardless, I still think this is an incredible album. I think this was a great listen. I really enjoyed myself. I don't really think I have much to add. It's just, everything is just so beautifully crafted. It reminds me of all the things that made me ecstatic about living when I was young. Really, really young. It has the nostalgia factor, which, yeah, to a degree, you could call it cheap. You can call it, you say it's not so creative, that they're playing off of the backs of every other 70s soul artist that we may know and love. But even that heavy inspiration aside, vocal capability of the two of them, the smoothness of Anderson Paak, the climaxivity, I know that's not a word. Jesus Christ, I butchered it, but how high and the range of Bruno Mars' voice just puts this record on a different level. I'm not going to pretend like every 70s soul album was a good album, but they all had a great aesthetic for the most part. And some of those records are easily background music, but this just takes that, brightens it, bumps up the saturation, and brings it to a new height. We really are on the climax for 9 tracks. Even though there are some records on this album that I don't like as much, or would prefer more than others, I still think this is a great experience. So Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak with what is this album called? Yeah, Daylight Savings Time just ended too. Like, y'all know what y'all doing.